right, so now for second grade, we're going to do a review of our math for your math test. Okay, so let's first go over weight. Okay, so ounces and pounds. Ounces, super small. Okay, really, really light. Okay. Pounds, there's 16 ounces in a pound. So pounds are going to be heavier than ounces. And if you remember the video where I talked about that bigger soup can that was 16 ounces, so that would make a pound. So if I have this marker, would it make more sense to use ounces or pounds to measure this? Ounces. This is no way that this is heavier than a pound. If I were to measure a table, would it make more sense to measure with ounces or pounds? Pounds would make more sense to measure a table. All right, to weigh a table. Now, gram and kilogram, this is also weight. Gram is super small, really, really small. On a kilogram, if you remember, that was about 14 basketballs, okay, made a kilogram. So if I had, again, let's say I have this pen lid, what would make more sense to measure or weigh this pen, grams or kilograms? Grams would probably make more sense, okay? If I were to weigh this table, what would make more sense, grams or kilograms? Kilograms, okay? Then we also talked about multiplying with factors of 0. Anytime you have a factor of 0, it's always going to be 0. So 6 times 0 is 0. 1,000 times 0 is going to be 0, okay? The next thing that we had talked about were the parts, the terms of division, okay? So the big number that we are going to be dividing is dividends. That is a dividend, okay? So you can think of the word dividend because that's the word we are going to be dividing, okay? The next number is going to be the divisor. So when we talked about when we were drawing pictures to help us with this, we thought of a knife because we're using that knife to divide up the stuff we're dividing, okay? And for the dividend, we're talking about like a big hunk of food or something that we were dividing up. And then the answer is the quotient, okay? So we're quoting the answer of someone, okay? So that's the answer. And then when we are solving with divisors of 10, there's two different ways that you could do this. You can count by tens till you get to that number, and how many fingers would it take? So we're taking 40 divided by 10. So we're going to count by 10 so we get to 40. 10, 20, 30, 40. How many fingers was that? 4. Okay, the other way is to just cross out the zeros. So 6 divided by 1 is going to be 6. Super easy, okay? And then the last thing, we talked about subtracting when we had to borrow from the thousands place. So always look at our symbol. 6 minus 4 is 2. 4 minus 1 is 3. 0 minus 2, can't do it. So we're going to borrow from our neighbor. So 10 minus 2 is 8. 2 minus 1 is 1. And bring down the comma. And what I've said before in the past is I can add these up. I can check by taking the answer, doing the opposite of this, and adding with that. And I should get that. So if I took 1,832 plus 1,214, you see that so far? I should get 3,046. And look at that, I got that. So this answer is correct. All right, and that is our math review for today.